Why are we loading up the bikes at 11:33?
Because we're leaving for Colorado.
Yeah.
Right
That's right. We're going to Colorado. We're going to Telluride Bike Park. We're going to Red Rocks to see Wilco. We're going to Utah. We're going places. All right, let's go. You heard right. We're heading to Colorado. We're checking off a few new states and a handful of new destinations. In hindsight, we would never do this again, but we left for our 16-hour road trip around midnight and after Katie had just worked a full shift. Not recommended. On this trip, we travel from Los Angeles to Evergreen, Colorado, Denver, Telluride, Utah, through Monument Valley and Zion National Park, and we end up going through Las Vegas, but who cares about that, right? Made it. We are in Evergreen, Colorado. Just checked into our cottage hotel. I'll check the name later. They gave us a free beer and we're gonna figure out where to have some dinner. We woke up the next day and both rode some trails in Evergreen, and you can check out that full ride in my other video. Hey, so we're staying at the the Highland Haven? Creekside, that's it. Creekside Inn, Highland Haven. It's very cute. And then we're going to the Tiki Bar. We arrived in Denver a little early for our reservation at Adrift Tiki Bar, so we decided to check out a coffee shop a few doors down. And then the reason we came to Colorado in the first place. Wilco.
I'm left with only my desire.
After years of wanting to move out of LA and with Colorado high on the list, I was already starting to feel some post-vacation blues knowing that this trip had to end. We still had several days left on our journey though, and the adventure is forward. We headed down to Colorado Springs to visit a coffee shop that had been recommended by a friend, and everything there was so delicious. Highly recommended. And then you guessed it, more driving. We had a little bit of trouble locating our residence, but once we did, it was very easy to get settled in and feel like we were right at home. We went for a walk on the main street and grabbed an early dinner and drinks at Floridora Saloon. Another delicious meal. With only one day of riding in Telluride, I wanted to maximize my time on the trails, so I woke up and tackled Prospect at sunrise. Check out that full ride in my other video. After Prospect, I met Katie to get breakfast, and we caught these guys coasting down before checking out Baked in Telluride, another wonderful and tasty experience. We had a gnarly day of descending at Telluride Bike Park. Go check out my other video for all the trails that we rode. And even though Katie had an unfortunate crash on our first lap down, after a short break, she was back at it, and we rode several more trails throughout the day before calling it and enjoying a relaxing evening out on the town. Cosmo at the Cosmo.
Not the one of it.
Based on another friendly recommendation, we drove through Ouray before heading back towards Utah. This quickly became one of the highlights of the trip with all the scenery, and we took a short break to get a closer look at this river. We even found an old sealed up mine entrance. Once we got back into town, we stopped for some coffee before hitting the road again on our way to Monument Valley. We're here in Monument Valley, staying at this pretty cool little Airbnb. There really wasn't much around, but we found some dinner, and then we definitely weren't expecting rain, but it only lasted about 20 minutes, so I was able to get some long exposure shots overnight for this time lapse. After waking up early for another sunrise, we made our way into Arizona for just a few miles before turning back up into Utah. We found ourselves another cute diner.
Let's go!
And then we decided to add a bit of time onto our drive so that we could witness Zion National Forest. Absolutely no regrets. With 5 states, over 2,500 miles in the car, and countless new experiences each day, it was hard not to start to feel a little down as we made our way back to Southern California. I feel very lucky to have such an amazing travel partner, and I'm really looking forward to our next adventure soon. And honestly, after 7 days on the road, we really missed these little ones.